My name is Sowore Nysc. I'm joining you tonight to let's talk about a few things going on, as you're all aware. But most importantly, tonight I am trying to have a conversation with the youth corps member before I discuss my detention experience, which most of you want to hear about. So I've invited Amray to join us, and I also have here Chichi, who is joining me. Also, I've invited Tanya, who's one of our guys here. So it's gonna be, we'll try the best we can to make this happen as quickly as possible, so that we can do other things. It's been a long day, and we have people joining us from all over the world, anyways. So I am going to I've invited you, if you're there, um, Amri. I'm going to invite Chichi as well to this any moment from now. Chichi. Oh, good, yeah. So, Chichi, I'm going to invite you. I'm sure you're hearing me. All right. Okay. I've invited you. I've invited Tanya. I've also invited Amri. So, my challenge is finding out a. So, but I hope you guys are. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge because there is noise on both sides. Okay. I think I see someone. Is that Chichi or Amri? Okay. So I'm just waiting for her to join us. And we just want to talk about her experience with the NYC because we are going to take this up, honestly. And we're thinking already about action in a few days. I was just coming from an outing with some of our colleagues in Abuja where we had a meetup, and people are very eager to have an action at the NYC office tomorrow already. But we want to hear from her what's been going on before we take the next step. So this, I'm still waiting on you, Amre. If you're there, let me know when you join so that I can accept you. Can hear from you directly. I've invited uh, Ray. I will be expecting her, please. So, but before we hear from her, you know that she was a youth corps member, the National Youth Service Corps member, and earlier this year she criticized the president's terrible economic policy, and they went after her. We showed up at her job, or at her employer's place in Lagos, and they seem to have withdrawn the aggression against her. But as it turned out, they were not. They had not given up. So when she tried to complete her NYC recently, which was as recently as last week, she was denied her certificate. And when the uproar was loud, they issued a statement this evening saying that she was not given a certificate because of biometric data issues. We have looked at it and known that it's not true. They said she didn't do her biometric for April, and because of that, they're extending her NYC for 2 months. If someone didn't do biometric for 1 month, so what's the essence of? It's just a matter of correcting that biometric. As long as you can prove that she did show up at work, I everybody understand why this is all about. And even this evening, before I got on online, seen a statement from Femi Falana, SAN, and he described this as what had happened before. I think in 1986 or thereabout, when another UCO member was punished for not shaking hand with a military dictator. The name of that guy was Bamidele Atru. He's late now. He refused to shake hand with the military administrator in Niger State because he said he didn't believe in military rule. The same thing happened to me when I was in NYC in 1996. 10 years later, they also seized my NYC certificate. Until today, I don't have an NYC certificate. It was the same. I was criticizing the military dictatorship at that time. When I stepped up to collect my certificate, they said I should go and see the DSS, and I was arrested and detained for a week. Ultimately, I was released, but my NYC certificate was never given to me. I even took them to court. They said you can't challenge them in court. I have to go and exhaust the internal mechanism for fighting against the NYC. So, but I don't really need it. But it's not to say that I don't deserve it. Those are two different things. So I'm still waiting to hear from Amre. I've invited her. Maybe I should do the invite one more time. I hope she got the invite because we had an agreement that she'll come on tonight. Okay, I've invited her again. So Amre, if you're there, just accept the invite so that we can hear from you. People are very eager to hear from you, and you don't have to be afraid. You have all the great people of this country behind you, and we're here to ensure that we take up your fight. Your fight is not just for you; it's for everybody. It was because of what you did that youth corps members today are getting paid 77,000 naira. So I think you should be proud of whatever it is you did at that time, and it is our own duty to take this fight as our fight as well. So I am still expecting Amre. I don't know if she's finally joined us. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Is that Chichi or Amre?
It's right.
Huh?
It's right. It's right. I'm
All
just
right. Okay.
in the
Right.
dark.
Thank you. You're
Yes.
welcome. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
joining me. Yes. Just take us through what happened again, so that people who are listening and watching can understand where you're at regarding your NYC discharge certificate. Can you take us through this, please, quickly?
So I just saw the news this evening whereby the DG was saying that the reason why I wasn't given a certificate is because I didn't do my clearance. And I kind of feel like I expected that at least, even if it's for once, they would try to conduct a proper research to know why I didn't do the clearance in the month of April, because it is such a coincidence. Why is it the same month of April that everything happened and you feel like coincidentally this person did not do her clearance? Now, the thing that happened behind the scenes is what they are not saying is that I didn't do the clearance not because I was absent, but because I was denied the right to do it.
Okay.
I was present there on my scheduled date, which is on Monday, April 7th, the CDS date as well. People who also do their clearance on Mondays, they should know I was present there to do the clearance, and the LGI, she just wouldn't let me do it. I stayed there for, I think, about 6 hours from 8 a.m. to I think like 1 or 2 p.m. thereabout, and she wouldn't let me clear. And at the end of the day, I ended up having an absent. Mind you, when I was there, I was literally pleading with this woman, and she said, due to the query that I had during the whole saga, I needed to come with medical report and all. But this medical report, it is not mandatory for someone to use it to clear. It is clearly said that if you want to clear, you have to come with your monthly clearance slip from your PPH that you were working, right? And you also have to come with a printout, which I went there with the requested document that every single copper goes there with. I went there with it. When I told her that I'm here with the document that I've always been coming with, which they request all coppers to come with, I'm here with it. So you cannot tell me not to clear because this is not right. She now said, in fact, I should give her the
Sowore with Rahab a genuine conversation, and he was asking her what really happened and why they denied her certificate, and she went on and said exactly what happened that April stroke the her passing out. So I think the government needs to do better, and the NYC people need to really do better, and I pray and I hope that she get a certificate back, so you hear it from the horse's mouth.
document. So when I gave her the document, I was expecting that okay, maybe she'll finally like clear me and let bygones be bygones. But then that was the time that she now seized the document and told me to get out of her sight, that she wasn't going to clear me.
Who was
That's
this particular person?
Mrs. Abella, Veronica Abella. She's the
That was
LGI
your
board.
LGI person.
Yes, exactly. And
Was that the same person that we tried to meet, who they said was
yes,
missing the day we went to
exactly.
school?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So I just felt like genuinely every single thing was, they obviously knew that they couldn't hold me with what I had said. Nobody on the internet is a dummy. They know this. They couldn't hold me, and they were looking for a way to do this. And when they saw the opportunity, they seized it. And genuinely, I did not want to like come at that time and tell you that this is what they are doing to me at my place of at my LG local government, because I didn't want it to go viral again. I wanted to just lay low because I was very exhausted from everything. And I was hoping that when I face the jury, I will report her to the jury and say, this is what she did to me that caused an absence. But the thing is, when I faced the jury, they weren't listening to me. I kept telling them that this is what she did to me, but they weren't listening
So,
to me.
did you set up a panel?
Yes, they set up a panel, which is the
And was a
jury.
panel to discuss why you didn't do clearance or why you criticized the president?
They,
People like
they
to know.
discussed. They did not even discuss that at all. They did not even make it a topic. Instead, they were making different things their topics. Even when I told them that I was receiving threats, they didn't even ask. They didn't care. Like, they did not even want to talk about it. They were just bombarding me with different things that was crazy at that time. And then I told them that I wasn't absent on my. I told them that I wasn't absent on my clearance day. You're saying I was absent, but I wasn't absent. I was present, and I was denied the right to clear. These are two different things. I'm the victim here. I was the one who was there, but was denied the right to clear, and they were not listening to me. They were now like, why didn't you try again? Why didn't you try again? But I said I was denied. What do you mean try again? Would I have sent my twin to
How
come and
many
try again?
people were in that panel? Can you tell us?
I can't count, but I think there should be like 8. Yeah, around 8.
Oh, they had it. This was in April.
No, this was the time when they gave me that the news broke out about them giving me extension.
Okay. So was there
Yes.
any
So
time until you went out to get your NYC certificate? Was there any time they wrote you officially or informed you that you are going to get the 2 months extension?
never. They
Okay.
have never done that. Even when the news came out, when they told me the news and it came out, I saw a news saying that they haven't decided this or what. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm confused at this point.
I remember
And
seeing the
now
news
they are coming out to say
Punch newspaper.
yes. And now I'm coming out to hear that I missed 1 month clearance, and I'm so surprised because this is something that you would, if the DG was in sync with his department, he would have clearly known that this person.
Sorry, I think we're losing you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think network here is bad.
Okay, but I can hear you now. If so, you can keep going. Hello.
Yes, hello, I can hear you.
Okay, so go ahead, please.
Okay, so I said the fact that they did not back check and see that this person is actually a victim of abuse of power. Someone who had the power refused this person to clear, and you couldn't fact check that. But I think everyone is so used to people serving extra time in Nigeria. There are students who are in university, they are doing an extra year because a particular lecturer don't want them to graduate. So
Yeah,
when the 2 month extension came, people are so used to that. And people were like, just do the extension, just humble and do the extension. But it's not right. You're
yeah.
stagnating my life because of anger, and you're trying to bully me. You're giving me a punishment because you're angry. It's not right to stagnate someone like that.
It's very
It's one
true.
thing. Yes, it's one thing if I was absent. It's one thing if I did not go there. It's another thing for you to keep me there for 6 hours and not allow me clear, and still come out and lie that I was absent. I wasn't present to do the biometrics. It just doesn't make sense to me.
So let me just reverse it, mate. About when you met the panel. Did the panel ever ask you about why you criticized the president, or they were just more about, oh, you didn't do clearance? I don't think
They
many
were
people.
more they were more concerned about why I didn't do clearance, and I kept explaining to them and explaining to them and explaining to them, and it was just like they weren't hearing me
They didn't want to listen to your
at all,
excuse. Yeah.
at all.
So they
That
are
was when I
also claiming.
realized that
They are still claiming, the NYC is claiming today that they are doing the same thing to 131 coppers who didn't do
Exactly. I
biometric
saw
clearance.
that and I laughed.
Is that
And
true?
I'm imagining, I'm not aware of 131 coppers. They are the ones that have the data. But in
Yeah,
that 131, I'm imagining how many persons are actually doing the same punishment that I'm doing. How many
yeah.
persons are there because someone abused their power and is making them stagnated and they can't come out to speak up. I have the platform and I have the right to come out and say this is what these people are doing to
Absolutely.
me. So if
Absolutely.
they like and if they like, they should say it's 500 people that are suffering the same punishment she's suffering. It doesn't make it right.
Absolutely.
It means
Absolutely.
it means you're delaying over 500 persons. It doesn't make
And
it right
and
because it's
they
not
could
like
have punished 130 people just so that they can explain away why they are punishing you. These
that's
people can
up to
crash.
them.
They can crash a plane just because of one person.
They have the power. They can obviously do that because right now it just doesn't make sense to me that you're saying that, oh, she's not the only one facing that punishment. I want to hear the other people that will say I was present and my LGI refused to clear me,
Yeah.
so that we can see what these people are really doing to Nigerian youth behind the scene.
Well, let me say to you that we are really proud of your consistency and your courage. What most people don't know, and which I know, and I will reveal here today, is that you are the reason why copper started getting 77,000 naira. And after your issue, I actually went to the NYC to submit a letter also so that they release my NYC certificate that is seized in 1996. And I met the NYC DG. I wasn't expecting to meet him. I just said I want to see him. He allowed me to meet with him, and I raised your issue. This was shortly after, I think a week after we followed you to NYC, and he mentioned that if it was not for this, I'm saying this truthfully, and this is the first time I'm revealing this to the public, that if it wasn't for you, uh, that he had already put in as of January or before then, I think it was like as far back when he came and they had put in the request for the increase. But it was when this your issue came up that they quickly called him from the Ministry of Finance. He even told me that they were going to pay back pay. I mean, they were going to pay, arrears, but which they eventually didn't do. But he told me in a one-on-one meeting, and I told him that, well, you should get the national award, and he laughed over it. He said, you know how the system works. I'm surprised and shocked because I warned him then that he should not try to punish you, and he said they're not going to make any mistake like that. But this is obvious. I'm just saying it to everybody that your being punished this time around has nothing to do with your biometric clearance. It has something to do with what they saw as your political effrontery to question the president, who in their minds, and in minds of everybody who works for the Nigerian president or Nigerian government, they see them as emperors that should not be challenged. So I just want you to know that and to be at least be proud of what you did and not to be afraid or worried. There's nothing, the worst they can do is what they've done. And I've seen your video, which has gone viral about what happened. You at least made an attempt to collect your certificate. The only luck that you had that I didn't have was that when I attempted to collect my certificate, I was arrested and detained by the DSS for a week between the DSS and the intelligence officer at the Air Force in Yola, Adamawa State. But the good news today is that people are hearing from you and people are going to take action on your behalf. I don't know if you've seen that Femi Falana, SAN, has issued a statement and a lot of Nigerians are behind you. Already, we're just coming from a meeting in Abuja where people are already even declaring that we should go and storm the NYC tomorrow. We're going to get back and decide on that. But I appreciate because I met you personally and I know that this wasn't something that you did out of malice. You did it for the love of your country. What you did is national service. That is why, regardless of how many people did this service, you are the only one everybody's talking about. And I hope you continue to serve your country in good conscience, which is what you did. So, has anybody reached out to you ever since this happened, by the way, apart from your legal team?
Not at all.
Okay. So, but there are no fresh threats.
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, we just want to, if you have anything else to add, please, because there's a lot of people listening to us here. I think I have about 422 people on live here on Instagram, and I have several other persons. I have about 2,000 people listening on our platform, and I think we have quite a good number also on Twitter Space. I think this is also being broadcast on Twitter Space. There's about 240 people listening. Of course, whenever this is happening on Twitter Space, there's a lot of anonymous listeners. So, is there any other thing you want to add to this? I know you say you're tired. You don't even want to deal with
I
this. You didn't even
genuinely,
want to say it. Yeah.
yeah, that video I posted, I genuinely, the caption in that video is stated that I did not want to talk about it. This is an incident that happened to me on Thursday, and I said on Saturday, I just said, you know what, why not I come and talk about this? Just the same way I felt the very first day that I made that video, and I said, why not talk about this? And I made that video very short, just to highlight what I was going through.
Yeah.
And of course, I've been seeing them debunking it, saying she didn't do it, she didn't do it. And some people are saying you missed it. Some people have even started harassing me again in my comments and DMs. You missed it and you're lying. But there's a difference between missing something and being denied the access to do something.
Absolutely.
If you're being denied the access to do something, it's because they want you to miss it so that you can face punishment for that. And that's injustice. That's not right. And
Absolutely.
I expected that the DG himself, being the leader in the entire NYSC, community or whatever, he would step up and try to do a proper investigation. But the fact that he came out, I saw a news that he came out and his face is everywhere, meaning he said the news. He said, and I quote, that it is a 1 month because I missed it. And it's very unprofessional that you did not try to do a back check to know why is it so, why such a coincidence in the month of April? Why did she miss that month after being faithful throughout? Why only that month? And I also feel like they need to also try to talk to their staffs. The abuse of power that these people have is too much. I'm an NYC copper and I know what I've seen. I know how many people that they have put through a lot. I know how many people that these people don't want to come out and talk because the certificate means so much to them. I know how
Yeah.
many people were literally suffering with that 33K before I even had the audacity to talk about it. I know because I have friends that are coppers and not everyone is positioned the way I'm positioned.
Yes.
I know them borrowing and taking loans up and down. So I don't have any regrets. That's the thing I would say. I don't have any
Well, that's
regrets.
that's what I was going to say next. That you should have no reason to be regretful of
I
your
don't I don't
actions.
have a single regret because I
Yes.
know where I'm headed and I know that where I'm headed, nobody can limit that, you know. And
Fantastic.
all I'm saying is I just feel like at least once in our lifetime as Nigerians, they should stop using their power to abuse people and stagnating the lives of youth just because of they are upset or something. Just the same way lecturers are stagnating the life of youth in the university by giving them extra year. You come to NYC, they do the same thing to you. It's just
Yeah.
like every single state that you are a youth,
And your
you feel
employers
this.
do the same thing to you if they can. So
Exactly, they won't promote it.
that's if you
Exactly,
get a
the
job.
circle is just rotating. The circle is just rotating, and it's just making everything toxic. And I'm so fed up. And that's why I said, you know what, let's just talk about this thing once and for all. And honestly, I don't really think I care that much anymore.
Well, you should care because you've taken action that has changed lives. We're not saying it because it is you. I know about it. As I told you, I'm revealing for the first time that after we had an outing in Lagos, I met with the NYCDG, who, by the way, comes off as somebody very nice. But Nigerian officials are always very cunning when they get into power or when they have power. If you meet this guy one on one, you think that he can't even drink water. He looks very nice. He's very soft spoken, even though he's a military guy. But apparently, he's also a very corny human being. That I would say that I've been sending him messages over this for in the last 12 hours. He wouldn't respond because it was after I sent him several messages that he then came out with a statement, and I'm sure he sanctioned the statement. So I just want you to stay safe and keep us updated. I know that we have lawyers who are working on this for you. And for your information as well, Femi Falana SAN has said if you grant him permission, of course, he's close to the attorney you're working with in the FU. We'll work towards him representing you directly and other lawyers because he's a more senior lawyer very experienced with matters like this. But also in Abuja, people are planning protests. We'll keep you updated as well about it. It might happen, I don't, maybe tomorrow or next, but it will happen this week. There's going to be a protest at the NYC Secretariat this week. There's no question about it. And if there's anybody who is listening, watching this, and you're in Abuja, please, you want to sign up. There's no time to check time. We have to make sure that we stand with you, because your fight, as I said, is our fight. And I'm really, really, like I said, very proud of what you did, of your courage, of your consistency, of your very straightforward way and laconic way of expressing yourself, your fearlessness in setting out an agenda for the country. You've done it, and I hope my own appeal to you is not to let go. Don't say because, oh, this is no big deal to you, you should not get involved in Nigerian matters anymore. No, the country needs you, and humanity needs your
I
courage. So,
genuinely don't want to get involved most of the
I know
time.
I think you said this, even that's why you didn't talk to someone of us when they were doing this to you. You said you sent a message to me when I was trying to find out if you had done your NYC, when I saw there was a major personal parade, that you don't want to get us involved in this anymore. You did say that. But I'm just telling you that it's not about you. It's about humanity. If you say this doesn't concern you because maybe you're doing well and you don't need a certificate, they will do it to another person. But if we use your own example as a way of stopping them, it will not happen to other people. Like you said, like I told you, they told me outright that it was your struggle that led to the payment of 77,000 thousand naira to NYC as allowances. And
Okay.
you might even feel bad today that those your colleagues that you fought for, no one of them is. They might even be the ones hired to be harassing you on social media. It might be some of them, but hey, it doesn't matter. You've done what is great, and we stand with you, and we will always stand with you. And they will hear from us very soon. But if you have any other thing to say before we go to our Twitter space, please feel free.
No, I'm good. I just look forward to seeing how this ends out.
It's going to end well. It's going to end well for you and for everybody who, in good conscience, wants justice. We'll make sure that justice is done. If we don't get it soon, they'll meet us in court. But just keep safe, keep your chin above, straight, and again, I just want to let you know that we're proud of you, and we'll get back to you soon. Thank you so much for coming.
All right. Thank you, sir. Do have a good night.
You too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think you're hearing us on Twitter. I don't know if you're hearing me. I just finished an interview with Rai. I didn't know how to pronounce her name properly initially, but she's a youth corps member whose this child certificate was seized by the NYC, and they have not come out and said it's because she didn't do clearance, which is bollocks. So I don't know who is moderating. Would that be you, Civic Space? Chichi, okay, all right.
Yeah, that would be Chichi, yeah.
All right. So, thank you so much, guys. We're back. I hope you guys can hear us because I was using another phone.
Yeah, we heard you loud and clear, sir.
All right, good. And those who are watching from across several platforms, about 3,000 of them watching. 3,224. And we still have consistently about 300 people on Instagram direct. And so you guys take it away. If there are questions, suggestions, and if there's anybody who also would like to be part of the planning for the NYC struggle, please let us know now. Thank you.
Alrighty. We have Adekunle. Good evening. Adekunle, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nigerians. Yeah, my president. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Adekunle. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. I just want to add a contribution to the discussion you had with Rita just now. You know, the day we went to with you, sir, I know you can remember very well.
Yes.
I was there with you and the other team. I was there very early before you guys came. There was a cafe before the entrance of that local government, and I just went there to just sit down and look around. But people that were there, that were in the shop, they were talking about the one that is heading that very department.
Yes.
That woman that called Rita the other time and threatened her to take down whatever she has posted online.
Yes.
And with the way they are portraying the woman, they said this woman is a very wicked person. And they said if any one of them miss any PPA, the least you will collect from them is 100K. And you know, when you hear this kind of ridiculous comment about people misusing their office, you feel like, when is all this going to stop?
So in addition to being wicked, she's also, corrupt. It makes sense that anybody who's wicked will be corrupt. So she actually does take money from people to...
Yeah, that day, they didn't know who me I am. You know, they just
they don't
feel
know
free that they were talking with themselves. Yeah, they were just talking within themselves, and they were complimenting what they were saying together. Even some people even witnessed it, some people even verified it, and the thing was just so annoying when I was listening to them. Like, why will you put people under distress in the name of your own, at the expense of your own satisfaction, or how do I put it? Because I don't understand this kind of treatment. Is very bad on Nigerians, and people have been so relent to the point that they can't even fight for themselves. They will just feel like, let me just have this thing and let me go. That's their problem. Whereas it's hurting them.
Yes. Well, thank you.
That she took the courage.
Yes.
That time, in fact, she, as you said, I don't know, she just needs courage, because this thing is someone for
she has. I have to tell you, she has incredible courage for her to keep going up till now. Several people would have given up at this point, and not for someone like her who doesn't have an activist background like